And welcome to another Friday assessment. Yes. Let's get excited. Why? Because we have made it across another week. You have made it to another opportunity to say, this is Friday and it's time for me to assess. It's not a time for me to celebrate the end of the week. It's time for me to reassess my life. Look, there are some things that have happened this week that you need to go back and assess. Look, there are some areas that you had success in. There are some areas that you did not experience success in. Remember, I don't like to talk about failures because failures is when you quit. And all the King's men, we're not quitters. There is something on the inside of you that keeps pulling and tugging at you that said, I cannot stop. I have to continue to press into who God has called me to be. I have to press into destiny. So look, all the King's men, I need you to dig down deep this week. I need you to dig down. Why? Why do I need you to dig down? We're still in the first quarter of this year. There are 4 quarters in the year. There's 4 quarters in the game. There is still time for you to kick it into another gear. There is still time to get it in order. There is still time to tell yourself, look, self, we're not living like we was yesteryear. We're not living like we was yesterday, last year. We are pressing into tomorrow. We are pressing into the future. All the King's men, look, I just need you to change your mindset today. Because when you do this assessment, if you see that there is something that's stopping you, if you see there is something that's preventing you from pressing in and looking at who you are, you need to cut it off. Why? Because at this point in life, there are so many things that are going on. There's so many things that's going to come. There is so much. Look, the enemy has intensified his attack, especially on the man, on the family, on the believer. He wants to stop the unbelievers to believing, and he wants the believers to stop believing. But because you are all the King's men, you have been called for such a time as this. And in this season, you got to protect something that is so precious, and it's called your mind. Look, look, what am I saying? It is not by accident that you see in this world today that there is a lot of focus on mental health awareness. You know, they got these health programs called EAP, these employee assistance programs. There's being a bigger focus on these things. They wanted to give these things as add-ons for free to employees that whenever they're going through crisis or they just need some help to get through a situation, they have a line open to call to. It's an add-on that's basically what they say is a free service where you can pick up the phone and talk to somebody. I need you to get on your knees and talk to Jesus. Talk to him. Let him know what's going on. Let him lead you and guide you. I'm not saying not talk to nobody, but talk to God first. Let him lead you and guide you in this word so he can lead you and guide you where to go, who to talk to, when to talk to, and let them know and he'll let you know what to talk about. All the King's men, I need you to guard your mind. Why? Because the battle starts in your mind. The battle is started and it's ended in your mind. Yes, you got to go out and carry the actions out, but the battle is won or lost in your mind. Why? Why would I say the battle is lost or won in your mind? Oh my God. Why? Because of the tricks of the enemy. The enemy don't come and do anything physically and say, look, that's your end. No, because you know the body will heal itself. Time will heal all wounds. But he know if he can get in your mind, then he could get you to think less about yourself. He can get you to think opposite of who God says you are. Look, what I've learned and what I'm learning about the word of God is that from the time that Adam gave it all away, God has been going through his word reminding the people of God who they are. I think about Israel. They were in Egypt for all of those years, for 400 years, even though God told Jacob that they was going to have to go there before they made it to the promised land. So they were in there for 400 years. God heard their cry and delivered them. Listen to me. He heard their cry out of an oppressed place. He delivered them. But once they got out of there, they had received the word. They got in the wilderness. They had to go through the. So look, what am I telling you? You got to go through a place in order to get to your promise. That's why you got to have your mindset right. If you know that you have a promise from God, it's done. That's a done deal. So therefore, you got to practice staying in that place. That's why the Friday assessment is so important. So look, Israel got out there in the wilderness. They like, oh my goodness, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? How are we going to eat? We don't have water to drink. And God provided. But they got weary. They start complaining. They said it'd have been better if we'd have just stayed in Israel and died. Oh my God. But yet God gave them a promise and they forgot about the promise just that fast because of their immediate circumstances. They did not talk to themselves and gird up their minds, because I think it's what is it? First Peter 1:13 tells us to gird up the loins of your mind. Prepare for this. Oh my God. Look, he didn't even let them leave empty handed. He gave them things as they went out. Glory be to God. So look, when they went out, God was already preparing them for their journey. Look, they was only supposed to go on like a few weeks journey, but they caused it to be years. Look, prepare your mind. Gird up the loins of your mind, because where you're going, your mind got to be right. And then when I look at it, right before they got ready to go, he told Moses to send out some spies. Go look at this land. He didn't say go look at the land to see if you can conquer it. It wasn't even about conquering. He wanted to give them a peek over to the blessings that they was about to walk into. It's in your mind. He wanted them to prepare their minds for what they were about to possess. Look, because they never possessed it in their mind, they could not literally physically take hold of the thing. That's why I'm telling you right now, it's in your mind. It's all in your mind. You got to want to achieve a certain thing. Look. If you want to achieve a certain thing, it's got to be achieved in your mind first. It's got to already be done in your mind. Look, why? Because once it's achieved in your mind, you set your mind to say, I'm going to be consistent because I know where I want to go and I know the things that I got to go through. Because if you've seen it in your mind, look, that's all you need to do. You've seen that beautiful place. You've seen that place where you want to go, and that's it. It's already done. Look, so you got to continue to tell yourself to believe. You said, look, self, it is possible. It is possible. Because why? Because the enemy is going to show you everything contrary to where you're going. He's going to magnify your battles. But this is what you got to realize. The battles is pruning you. The battles is pruning you for where you are going. The battle said, look, the best you got to come forward. Ha! Look, the best you got to come forward. Prune those things that's going to prevent you from being the best you. Prune those things for things that cannot go over with you. Because you got to realize you can't take everything from yesterday into tomorrow. That's why some people is going to be cut off, because they can't go with you into tomorrow. It's in your mind. So quit questioning it. If God showed it to you, it's a done deal. Glory be to God. Look, you still questioning the thing because of what you see. It's not in your mind. The enemy come to play with your mind because he come to show you things that are contrary. But the thing is, look, one, this is a couple of things. One, God said it and he showed it to you. So that's what God will do. What God will do, he'll speak it to you, he'll show it to you, then he's going to take you back to the beginning. Why? Because there's a journey of learning that has to happen. He can't take you from showing you into it. Why? Because there are some things. Look, and I can't say that you're going to dictate the journey, if it's swift or if it's long, but only God knows, because there are some things that God has to teach you along the journey, whether that's a day, whether that's hours, there's a week, months, or years. But there are things that must be accomplished so that you do not Forfeit the destiny once you get there. So all the king's men, all I'm saying today, guard your mind. Guard your mind is so important in this season because the enemy is preying on the minds of people, on the minds of our men today. It is so important that you guard it, gird it up. Prepare your mind for what's ahead. Prepare your mind. Look, even the thing that you went through yesterday, look, don't live in that place. That place was only to push you forward because you wouldn't have never moved if those things would not have happened. Those things, look, you wouldn't be who you are today if it wasn't for yesterday. Look, yesterday is pushing you into greatness. It's not pushing you into, oh, I'm dealing with this or that. It's pushing you into greatness. Now, overcome that thing. Yes, it happened. Look, we all have bad things that happen to us. We could let those bad things cripple us and define our future, but how about let it have a defining moment that thrusts us into destiny? My God, glory be to God. I thank God for all of you today. I thank God for each and every one of you that are taking time out of your busy day, whether you're looking at this, listen to it in the morning, the afternoon, or at night. I'm asking you to guard your mind. Stay in the word. Stay listening. Stay reading on who God says you are. Why is that so important? Because God reminds you that you are more than a conqueror. You're a royal priesthood. You're a chosen generation. And he lets you know that you can do all things through Christ that strengtheneth you. If you get that in your mind, you can be unstoppable. All the King's men. So I thank you for joining in today. My prayer is that you have a blessed day, blessed weekend, and a blessed week to come. Remember to like, to share, tag somebody about this video, drop me a comment, let me know what's going on, what you want to hear. Until next time, all the King's men, be blessed.